Hi everyone, welcome to Yothera. My name is Jessica Maitrey. Thank you for tuning into this video. And I wanted to talk today a little bit on the theme of change. Now I know that change is always happening in small ways in life. Every day there's a shift. But recently it has been very apparent that big changes are on the horizon for so many people, myself included. And a lot of these changes are not something that we necessarily consciously chose. Consciously is one thing, unconsciously might be another thing, which gets me into the subconscious mind topic. We can talk about that in a different video. But change right now is really showing us what we have consciously or unconsciously created in our world. And it can be painful. It can also show us where we've been maybe living in an illusion and we didn't really know it. And it can feel like disillusionment or like the blindfold has just come off. And this could be in a relationship, it could be coming out of a religion, it could be coming out of maybe waking up and realizing that you don't want to do the job that you have been doing for years, and not being able to deny your truth anymore. And while these changes are so important to recognize and honor and acknowledge, it can feel like your world is falling apart. It can. I've been there several times, and I'd be happy to share my story with you. You can check out my story on my website, but obviously in person or in the session or something like that is way more personal. But my life in the short 34 years that I've been here has entailed a lot of changes. And I've learned a lot of lessons, and I feel like I've lived lifetimes in a very short period of time. And I do believe that what I've been through has happened so that I can be of service to others that are navigating big changes, big paradigm shifts, big awakenings. And if you're like myself, I obviously like to resonate with people that are like me. And like me, meaning you might feel like you're breaking out of something that feels heavy, or you feel like you want to be more creative in your life. You want to have more joy and express yourself in a more authentic way, possibly. And if maybe you've been exactly like me, a therapist for 10 years, and I love that work. Honestly, really do love talk therapy. There is so much benefit to having that dialogue from the talking perspective and using things like cognitive behavioral therapy or acceptance and commitment therapy. There's so many different modalities for doing talk therapy that are extremely helpful. And I also know that right now in my life, I'm being asked to broaden my gifts, to incorporate more of the body, the trainings that I've been to for Phoenix Rising Yoga Therapy, Pranayama training, level 3 through the Breath Center, my Reiki training for bringing the life force energy into every session. So I understand that these changes are hard because when we step into the bigger version of ourselves, it can be really uncomfortable. It can, and sometimes it means weeding people out that no longer resonate. And so on the theme of change, I wanted to reassure you, if you feel like your world is crashing, it might be, because I feel like we're being asked to completely rebuild from a space that we've never been before. We're actually being asked to create a whole new life, a whole new way of being that we don't have a reference point for. So if you notice during these changes that you continue to try and go back and look for maybe how you did it before or what would work before, it's not that that's bad, but make sure that it's balanced with your creativity and what brings you joy, and also add that into what you're creating through these changes in your life. So I just wanted to share that with you. Obviously you can tell that I'm enjoying doing these videos, and it's just one of my ways that I'm choosing to be playful in my work. So it's honestly just kind of fun. So if you feel like subscribing to my YouTube channel, that would be awesome. If you want to share my videos, that'd be great. I also want to reference a video that I did about a week ago. You can find it on the YouTube channel. It's called Trying to Do It All Shuts Down the Life Force Energy. So it's about how during these changes we might be putting too much pressure on ourselves, and how it's really shutting down our life force, which is what we need more than ever right now. So check that video out. Maybe you can like this video and subscribe to the channel if you feel called to do so. And also, if you want to sign up for my newsletter, a lot of good things come out in that newsletter. I usually do it on the full moon and the new moon. So you can go to the first page of my website, yotherarise.com, and just scroll down just a little bit, and you'll see where you can